Have you ever wondered how even the mightiest gods can fall prey to mischief and betrayal? Stay tuned as we delve into one of the most captivating tales from Norse mythology, where beauty, envy, and revenge intertwine. This story is about Sif, the goddess with the most enchanting golden hair, and how one night Loki's jealousy led to a shocking betrayal that would stir the very foundations of Asgard. You won't want to miss this. Long ago in the realms of Asgard, there lived a goddess named Sif, whose beauty was unmatched. Her most striking feature was her long, golden hair, which shimmered like the rays of the sun. This hair was not just a symbol of her beauty but also a source of great pride. Everyone in Asgard admired Sif, and many envied her, but none more so than Loki, the trickster god. Loki, always one for mischief, grew increasingly jealous of the attention Sif's hair garnered. He saw how Thor, the mighty god of thunder and Sif's husband, adored her, and this only fueled his envy. Loki's mischievous mind began to plot a devious plan to disgrace Sif and humiliate Thor. One night, when the moon cast a pale glow over Asgard, Loki saw his opportunity. He crept through the silent halls of Asgard, his footsteps barely making a sound. He reached Sif and Thor's chambers and, with the stealth of a shadow, slipped inside. There lay Sif, sleeping peacefully, her golden hair fanned out across the pillow like a radiant halo. Loki approached the bed with a wicked grin, holding a pair of silver scissors he had brought for this very purpose. As he stood over Sif, he couldn't help but marvel at the beauty of her hair one last time. Then, with swift, deliberate movements, he began to cut. Strands of golden hair fell silently onto the bed and floor. When Sif awoke the next morning, she reached up to smooth her hair only to find it gone. Her heart sank and a scream tore from her throat. Thor, hearing her cry, rushed to her side. When he saw Sif, tears streaming down her face and her head bald, his heart filled with rage. The once glorious golden hair now lay in lifeless clumps around her. Thor's mind raced as he tried to comprehend the scene before him. It didn't take long for him to realize who was behind this cruel act. Loki's jealousy and penchant for mischief made him the obvious culprit. Thor's initial shock quickly turned to a simmering rage. He vowed to find Loki and make him pay for his betrayal. Thor stormed through Asgard, his anger palpable. He questioned everyone he encountered, demanding to know where Loki was. The people of Asgard, fearing Thor's wrath, quickly directed him to the trickster's usual haunts. Thor's search took him from the grand halls of Asgard to its darkest corners. Meanwhile, Loki, aware that Thor would soon be hunting for him, had retreated to one of his many hiding places. He knew that Thor's fury was not to be trifled with, and he took refuge in a dark cave on the outskirts of Asgard. There he waited, knowing it was only a matter of time before Thor found him. Thor's search was relentless. He scoured every inch of Asgard, his determination unwavering. He interrogated the gods and goddesses, the warriors and the servants, leaving no stone unturned. Thor's reputation as the god of thunder meant that everyone took his quest seriously and offered their assistance. As Thor got closer to Loki's hiding place, the skies above Asgard began to darken. Storm clouds gathered and the air crackled with the energy of Thor's mounting rage. Lightning flashed and thunder rumbled, a reflection of the storm brewing within the god of thunder himself. Finally, Thor arrived at the cave where Loki was hiding. Without hesitation, he entered, his eyes blazing with fury. Loki, sensing Thor's presence, stood up and faced his adversary. The two gods locked eyes, the tension between them palpable. Loki knew that there was no escaping Thor's wrath now. Thor's voice boomed as he demanded to know why Loki had committed such a vile act. Loki, ever the trickster, tried to defend his actions, claiming it was all in good fun. But Thor was not amused. His anger had reached its peak, and he was ready to exact his revenge on the one who had caused Sif so much pain. Thor raised Mjolnir, his legendary hammer, and took a step towards Loki. The cave trembled with the force of Thor's power. Loki, realizing that his usual tricks would not save him this time, dropped to his knees and begged for mercy. He promised to make amends for his actions if Thor spared him. Thor paused, his hammer still raised. He looked at Loki, now a pitiful figure groveling at his feet. Thor's sense of justice battled with his desire for vengeance. He knew that punishment alone would not undo the harm done to Sif. Thor lowered his hammer slightly, considering Loki's plea. Loki, seeing Thor's hesitation, quickly offered a solution. He told Thor of the dwarves who lived deep within the mountains, master craftsmen who could create wonders. Loki proposed that these dwarves could fashion new hair for Sif, hair that would be even more magnificent than before. Thor, though still angry, saw the potential in Loki's plan. He decided to give the trickster one last chance. Thor agreed to spare Loki on the condition that he would go to the dwarves and commission them to create new hair for Sif. Loki, eager to avoid Thor's wrath, agreed without hesitation. Loki set out immediately, traveling to the mountain home of the dwarves. These dwarves, renowned for their skills in craftsmanship, listened to Loki's request. They agreed to help, seeing it as a challenge worthy of their talents. They worked tirelessly, melting gold and weaving it into strands finer than any human hair. After days of meticulous work, the dwarves presented Loki with the golden hair. It was even more beautiful than before, shimmering with an otherworldly glow. Loki returned to Asgard with the new hair, hopeful that his offering would appease Thor and Sif. When Loki presented the golden hair to Thor, the god of thunder examined it closely. He was impressed by the craftsmanship and decided it was worthy of his beloved Sif. Thor took the hair and brought it to Sif, who had been waiting anxiously for his return. Sif, seeing the new golden hair, was overcome with emotion. Thor gently placed it upon her head, and as soon as it touched her scalp, it adhered as if it had always been there. Sif's beauty was restored, and her hair shone even more brilliantly than before. Thor and Sif stood together, their bond stronger than ever. Thor thanked the dwarves for their incredible work and promised to protect them and their kin. Loki, though still wary of Thor's temper, was relieved that his plan had succeeded and that he had been spared Thor's full wrath. In the days that followed, the story of Sif's hair spread throughout Asgard. It became a symbol of resilience and the power of redemption. The gods and goddesses marveled at the beauty of Sif's new hair and the skill of the dwarves who had created it. Loki, though forgiven, was reminded of the consequences of his actions. He knew that Thor's forgiveness was not something to be taken lightly, and he vowed to be more careful with his mischief in the future. The experience had humbled him, at least for a time. Asgard returned to its usual splendor, with Sif's beauty once again a source of admiration and inspiration. Thor's love for Sif remained unwavering, and their bond grew stronger with each passing day. The story of Sif's hair became a legend, passed down through the ages. And so, the tale of Sif, Thor, and Loki reminds us of the dangers of envy and the importance of forgiveness. It shows how even in the darkest moments there can be light, and how the bonds of love and friendship can overcome the greatest of challenges. Thank you for watching this captivating story from Norse mythology. If you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, and subscribe to our channel. We have many more fascinating tales to share with you, and your support helps us bring these myths to life. If we reach 500 likes, we will release the next exciting story even sooner. So don't forget to hit that like button and share this video with your friends. We appreciate your support and look forward to sharing more legendary tales with you. Remember, the gods of Asgard may seem distant and powerful, but their stories are filled with emotions and lessons that resonate with us all. By exploring these myths, we gain a deeper understanding of our own lives and the world around us. Stay tuned for more adventures in Norse mythology. From the mighty battles of Thor to the cunning schemes of Loki, there is always something new to discover. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the legends of Asgard.